I'm back, people. Sorry I gave up too quick. I think the issue was where I was placing the filter. Once I figured out the proper place to put it, I think it's working. Don't put the filter between focal reducers. Put it before the first focal reducer. And then all of those little funny diffractions and halos and stuff disappeared. Voila. And then you get a better matching of the histogram colors. Yeah, this is definitely looking better. All right, let's see, where's the rest of Yep, I'm back. Much cleaner image now that I got the filter in the right spot. The white balance is okay. Color balance. .128 is mid saturation. Flip, rotate sampling, digital pinning histogram looks good. Okay. I may go back to the monkey head and see how it looks. Now that I know I have everything in the right spot. This is not looking bad, folks. I'm going to go back to NGC 2175. NGC 2175. Search. More object info. Action menu. Interactive atlas. And go to
telescopes looming to target. Telescopes really complete.
Okay. So now I'm back at the monkey head. Let's see. Stop the stack. Okay. There it is. Now I think he's upside down. I'm going to flip it flip horizontally. Okay. Let me increase the red a little bit. Okay, let's see. This is the Monkey Head Nebula. Maybe that was too much red. Let's go back and reduce the red a little bit. Let me do some average stacking now. Let me see, Control Alt Delete. Let me check affinity, see if the affinity It's still for one processor. Okay. 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 Starting to smooth out. All right. It's definitely looking better now that I got the filter in the right spot.
Telescope slewing to target.
Now I'm moving over to
Telescope slew complete.
the jellyfish. Just moved over to the jellyfish. See what happens with the jellyfish going to a longer exposure. Oh, Lord. Let's see. After this, I'm going to go back to the double nebula. See if it looks better than it did earlier. Oh, I gotta apply it. Did I apply it dark? Yeah, I did. Oh, man. Come on, start average stacking now. A lot of structure in that. Hmm. Nope, I'm back to the jellyfish. I realized what I had done wrong. I put the filter between the two focal reducers. And the last time I put the filter first before the rich accretion focal reducer. So once I got the proper order, then the little halo and all of the spikes went away. So I did the monkey head first, and I went back to the crescent. After this, I'm going to go back to the um, double nebula, the one I first started off with, and see how it looks. It's a nice structure in the jellyfish up at the very top. Where did I have the sharpness set? Yeah, they do. I'm going to push the sharpness up back to 100 and see what happens. Yeah, I hated to waste a good night, and when I realized that what I had done and how easy it was to fix, I decided to start the broadcast again. And now you're starting to see some of the tentacles of the jellyfish. I can see one like running down here. It's a hint of one coming over here. Not yet. Not yet. But I appreciate all your efforts. I could try going to a higher gain or or a longer exposure. Gain right now is I'm at half gain. I'm going to increase the gain to 120. Oh, okay. So let's see what happens. I just bumped the gain up to 75% from 50%. Probably going to have to tweak the histogram. Maybe lower the black a little and see what happens. Here it comes. Oh, I'm still averaging. Okay. So the higher gain averaged in. Horse came out nice. I'll go back to it. Yeah, I didn't do the flame yet tonight. Yeah, the structure at the end of the jellyfish is pretty interesting. And Propus is right out the right lower corner of the field of view. That's that little ghost reflection you're getting is Propus. Let's go over to the okay, where's Crab Nebula? M78. There's Orion down here. Okay. I'm going to leave the gain up high, and let's just go to the horse head with a higher gain. So to incenter.
Telescope slew into target.
Okay, stop the stacking.
Telescope slew complete.
I shouldn't have to move the dome at all. Ugh. But I may have to do a white balance adjust. White balance. White balance. Okay. Oh, I hate when it does that. Okay. Am I still stacking? Nope. There it is. Okay. That's at the higher gain. Higher gain in 40 seconds. That may be overkill. Let's see what happens. Okay. Okay, now let me start average stacking. Yeah, it gets a little bit noisier when you go to the higher gain. Let's see what happens when we get a couple into the stack. How it smooths out. See how the wife is doing. Yeah, the reddish tint. Yeah, that's the IC434, the background nebulosity. Okay, so we got two in the stack now. It's definitely noisier with the higher gain. I think I had so filter first. Filter is screwed onto the 0.75x Rich accretion focal reducer, and then that slid into the scope. And then I have the teeted 2-inch adapter screwed onto the universe focal reducer, which is screwed onto the camera. So it'd be camera, my wife is saying she has no internet in the house. Yes, filter is the closest to the scope. It's camera, universe focal reducer, then the T to 2-inch adapter slid into the ridge accretion focal reducer, which has the filter on the end of it, and it all slides into the scope. I may have to go in the house and find out what happened to Wi-Fi. My wife says she has no Wi-Fi on her phone. The internet gods are not helping inside the house. Let me go over to the flame. I haven't looked at the flame yet this evening. So let me sync.
Telescope synced.
So I'm synced on that, and then let me go over to the flame.
Telescope slewing to target.
And let me stop the stack.
Telescope slew complete.
Stop the stack. Yeah, Dave, I gave up for a bit because I was having some issues. I finally figured out what the issues were, and now I'm back on. Uh, I'm going to reduce the gain, Bob. I think the gain is a little bit high. I'm going to go down to 100 out of 160. Okay, there's 100, and I'm going to loop. I'm going to go to 30 seconds. Loop. Okay. Boy, Alnatech really just... It's hard to do anything when you got Alnatech in the field of view. Okay, so now I got to adjust the histogram because I definitely clipping the histogram. Okay, let's go to 75. And let me start stacking. Yeah, right now it's 45 degrees up at azimuth 230. Okay, we got one into the stack, and let's see what happens next. Yeah, the histogram was pushed too far to the right with that high gain. There it is. Now we got two in the stack. It's looking good now. You're getting some nice detail inside the flame. Wish I could figure out. Let me need to get me a. Yeah, that's looking good. For the color between Altitech and the flame. Not yet. Sharpness is at 100, I think, right? Yeah, sharpness is at 100. You know what I have not tried in a while is M81 and M82. You know, Bob, I got this scope from Rock, shipped from Canada by postal service, and I've never touched the collimation. And I've had this scope set up for 2.5, 3 years. It arrived collimated and it stayed collimated. Okay, let me change to go from auto-generated lists to default lists. Yeah, right now, Omega and Trifid and Swan, they're all like 70 degrees below the horizon, so it's going to be a while. Bodhi's Galaxy M81. Let's let's do a slew 2 and let me stop the stacking first. And then let's do a meridian flip and go over to
Telescope slewing to target. Telescope slew complete.
Sky Tools has encountered a fatal error. What? I give up.
Telescope connected.
Yeah, well now it says it's connected. Okay, let's go to Messier's and let's go to there's the interactive atlas. Okay, so what happened to my okay. So now I gotta get this centered, huh? So let me go to I gotta move that star to about there. Okay. So let me stop the big exposure and let me go to loop. And I want to move that star there. See if it's going wrong direction because I did a meridian flip. Okay, it's going in the right direction now. That's the core of the galaxy there. So I'll wait, let me recenter that. So I'm gonna move the core of the galaxy to it. Let's see. That's close enough for government work. Okay, so stop 100. Now let's go to, let's loop. 30 seconds. Yeah, it was looking good. God, I forgot to plug my heater in tonight. Ooh. I know for people up in the Great White North, this is nothing, but in the high 40s is cold here. Okay, there we go. Eight inches of snow. I haven't seen 8 inches of snow in my 70 years of living on this earth, combined, total. Okay, now let's start average stacking. Okay. Yeah, I know. Rock showed me the view out of his window looking at his yard from his observatories, and it's like, you gotta be kidding. Dare I push the sharpness up any? I'm gonna try a longer exposure. This is 30 seconds. I'm gonna go to 45. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go in the closet and get my electric heater going. Okay, electric heater's on. At least it'll blow on my feet. That's looking nice. I have a battery heated coat by FNDN, I guess it was, and for some reason the batteries must have discharged because it is not working tonight. This is probably the best I've seen M81 in a long, long time. I'm mad now that I canceled the broadcast before when I was having issues. Yeah, the lower one is it's extending way out here. The upper one fans out way around. I'm trying to darken the background. Maybe I should raise the white to about 220. That should darken it a little bit. I didn't do a white balance when I went over here. Oh. $14.39. That is looking sweet. It really is. I really like this camera. Yeah, the spiral arm to the bottom is showing a lot of structure. Arm comes around and it breaks off, and then there's another arm coming off here. Really looking neat. I don't think I can get 81 and 82 in the same field of view. Let's see. Where's context view? You know, if I go, let me sync
Telescope synced.
So I'm synced on 81.
Telescope synced.
And I'm going to go right between the two. So let's see what happens.
Telescope slewing to target.
I just slewed
Telescope slew complete.
and split the difference between the two. Let's see if I get them both in the same field. Doesn't look like it. It would seem like it, according to Sky Tools, I should be able. Huh, not there. I guess I can't get them both in the field of view.
Telescope slewing to target.
I moved a little bit more, so let's see what
Telescope
happens.
slew complete.
I'm trying to get them both in, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. Oh, maybe. If I rotate the camera, see where the next exposure, 5 seconds. Trouble is 81 is going to be half out of the field unless I rotate the camera. Okay, let me see. Okay, stop the exposure. Loop 2 seconds. Now I gotta loop longer than 2 seconds. Oh, I know what it is. The default. The core of the galaxy. Stop. Let me go to max gain and loop again. See, one galaxy is at the top, one at the bottom, so I got to rotate the camera. So let's see what happens. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. That was the wrong way to rotate. Getting better. Okay, let's see. Now, Now the key is going to be, which way do I have to move them? Now that I've rotated the camera, let me hit south and see which way it moves. South moved it west. Let's see which way east moved it. No, so I want to go west. I'm going in the right direction now. Okay, that should do it. Okay, let's see. Stop. And go to, what was I at before? 40 seconds? I don't remember. I'm going to do 30 seconds at max gain. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'm going to go 30 seconds max gain. Then I'll have to play with the histogram and some other stuff. Don't need 30 seconds at max gain. Okay. Stop. Let me reduce the gain down to 100 where it was. Okay. 30 seconds at gain 100. Okay. Definitely feels better with the heater at my feet. And therein lies the problem. You can't get 81 and 82 because you blow out one and you well, now I'm going to average stack, so let's see. Okay. Yeah, the problem is 82 gets blown out when you get 81. How high is 51 right now? Whirlpool Galaxy. It's 30 degrees up. I'm going to try that next. Okay. So now we've got average of 2. What is the temperature in here right now? Let's see. It's a frigid 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, well, considering that it was 83 yesterday, it's crazy. Well, let's see. Slew to and center at cursor.
Telescope slewing to target. Telescope slew complete.
That doesn't look like 30 degrees up. It says it's 30 degrees up, but I'm not sure. Minus 10F. Wow. Okay, there it is. Basically, I want to take that bright star and move that bright star down to here. So then I stop. I loop. And I want to bring that bright star straight down, which shall be west, right? Yeah. I had to cut grass yesterday. It's way too early for that. Okay, let's see what happens with the whirlpool. Okay, so first exposure's coming up. There it is. Okay. There you can see the goldish core of the companion and the blues in the spiral arms of the main galaxy. We still haven't averaged any yet, so it's still working on building the first average of 2. There it is. We have an average of 2. Okay. Did I do a white balance? I didn't do a white balance. T white minus 13 minus 42. See, this is what, yeah, this is 30 seconds. Never forget the first time I saw this in my 2-second black and white Malicam Pro, I think it was back in '04, '05, and seeing the way that that one spiral arm is affected by gravity. Oh, it's got that decided bend in it. And it's being dragged towards that galaxy, bending that arm. See, I got the sharpness up at 150. If I lower it a little bit, maybe it'll smooth it a little, go to 125. It's like, yep, gravity does work. You're picking up a couple of the companion galaxies. There's one right there, and there's a little small edge on right here. And let's see, according to Sky Tools, what are they? I see 4278. Yeah, the wrap, I see 4278. It's like magnitude, what is it, 17? Magnitude 17.4. Let me see. $42.78. I see 4278 Galaxy. Oh, okay. I'm trying to pick up the other one. Yeah, that one's not listed in Sky Tools. I'm surprised. Oh, let me see if I can go Theta magnitude. No, it's still not showing. Okay. Now this one up at the top, NGC 5169. That's the one up here. It's another galaxy up there. What? Come on, no, no, no. Eraser, eraser. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. It's only 30 degrees up right now. Yeah, Bob, I think the one you're talking about is this little edge-on galaxy inside the box. It's a little, very faint little blip. I don't know if going with a longer exposure will help. Let's see. That's 30 seconds. Let me go with 40. I'm going to go to 40. And I'm going to go back to 150 with the sharpness. And I'm just letting the averaging run. So we just average a little bit longer exposures into the stack. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. I got that little galaxy right in the center, Bob. Right there. And the other galaxy is right here. That's looking pretty. You're getting a lot of structure in the arms themselves. Well, I'm glad I didn't quit when I had the issue earlier. Got some vignetting. Oh well. What I like looking at is this extended cloud around the second galaxy. When I tell people those are all stars that have been ripped from the galaxies by the interaction of the two, it's just like you taking handfuls of stars and just throwing them out in space like confetti. It's an intergalactic train wreck. Well, one last let me see what this is going to look like. Slew to and sync at cursor.
Telescope slewing to target.
I'm going to have to turn the dome, I think. Yeah, a little bit.
Telescope slew complete.
How did Scotty say it? There be whales here. There be whales here. We'll know in a second if I have a whale. Don't know if I can get the hockey stick in at the same time. Let's see. Got them both. Woohoo! But it definitely needs to have a white balance. Got a little bit of light pollution over there, I think. Uh, the whale is 4631, the whale and the pup. And then the hockey stick is 4656. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna have to see if I can get. I think this is gonna be the last object for the night. I'm getting a little tired. Okay, let's see. And I want to go bring that galaxy straight down, which doesn't show at all. So I gotta bring that bright star down to the line. So let's see, that would be west. Oh, went the wrong way. Oh no, it went the right way. Okay, so let's see. Stop. Let's see what the whale looks like in 20 seconds. Maybe slightly longer. Let me go to 25. And let me start average stacking. Okay. Okay, so we got 2 in the stack. Raise the black to about 30. That's looking pretty good too. This is considering I gave up 2 hours ago. Called it quits. Lost most of the crowd. But yeah, the whale is looking good right now. You can see the multiple colors in the It's nice modeling at the top part of the galaxy. Hmm. Well, I think this is going to end the show for tonight, folks. I'm glad you were able to come by. Hopefully, you get some good weather, Bob, and a kind internet provider. And I'll try to catch your next broadcast. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow night. If it's clear, I might try it again because the moon's not going to be in the way for a long time. Well, everybody, have a great night and see you next time.